Hello everybody, this is Mithril Zenith. Welcome back to Mordor, the Depths of Dejanol. I've been doing a bit of grinding, if you can't tell. Also, I don't know why this accent came up. It's not natural, I'm not trying to put it on, but it just happens every so often. I've been listening to a lot of English people on YouTube, and so I believe that my voice is just kind of automatically taking over that accent. It's a weird quirk that I have. But anyway, I wanted to start recording. It's actually Sunday night instead of Monday. First of all, because tomorrow I believe I might be really busy and I might not have a time to record. But second of all, because I've been doing a lot of grinding and I've been really wanting to explore Floor 14, and I haven't really felt comfortable doing that except for while recording. So it's a wonderful time to do a little bit of recording. Something interesting happened earlier today while I was grinding up. I had a mother of serpents offer to join. And so I took her all the way back to town and sold her to confinement. Quite dangerous, but yeah, not too bad. Have some actually interesting uncharmables in my confinement now. Yep, looks like I'm not drained at all. Had an interesting back and forth day with equipment. I found gauntlets of destruction, or of slaying, not of destruction, yeah, gauntlets of slaying. And then they immediately got destroyed by a slime trap, so yeah, that wasn't fun. Found more Dallin's Tears, got one destroyed by a slime trap as well, so now I'm on my last one. Found another Medallion of Dragons. That's actually been pretty helpful. The most important thing about the Medallion of Dragons compared to the Ring of Entrapment? Charmed Dragon can be cast while pieced. So all these neutral Mud Dragons that I'm encountering, all these neutral Ice Dragons I'm encountering, that I can't cast Soul Entrapment on normally while they're pieced, I can cast Charmed Dragon on, and it's wonderful. It just works. Aside from that, I have a variety of different items. Did I want to combine that Dust of Opening? I might, actually. This stuff doesn't even have many charges on it left, does it? I've just been using it as I've found it. Oh, come on. Oh, it had 4 charges left. Wow, that is a fair number. Let's combine that up. What else is new? What else do I have? Oh, that's probably fine. 3 Elixirs of Fate, just in case I get myself into a rough situation. Like I said, I've been wanting to explore Floor 14 because I'm 305 Paladin now. I have 859 hits, 344 attack, 408 defense. I've broken 400 defense, and that's why I feel comfortable going down. I still, unfortunately, do not have... Ugh. This latency is killing me. I still do not have, and have not found, any Dragon's Blood. So my age is climbing up there, especially since I've been encountering Minions of Death. I had one encounter that aged me about 6 years because I got paralyzed by a ghoul. I stepped inside and it hit me. And I got paralyzed for like 3 rounds, and in those 3 rounds I got aged by several years. That was not very fun, not very enjoyable. But yeah, Mordor overall has been going pretty well, pretty interestingly. I really... Stop being so slow. What is it that's being slow right now? Just got a text. Is that it? Well, it's not a text. My phone didn't light up. Just got an alert on my phone, though, so... Hopefully it wasn't that was making it slow. I don't think so. I think it's just because I have other tabs open. different things going on, so it is what it is. Had a nice and busy week so far. Playing in 2 different D&D campaigns. I am a player in one. We've had... What even happened last time? I don't think we got in any fights. I don't think we really did anything interesting. Oh, yeah. It was like turn-in quests, get quests, go on quests. But we haven't, like, returned from them yet. Oh, yeah, we fought a chimera. That was interesting. Everything went fine. We actually ambushed it in the night. There was a lot of discussion on how the tracking went because someone could summon blink dogs, but then they couldn't... Like, they didn't understand them, but the blink dogs are stated to understand orders, so it was... had an interesting little situation there. Which reminded me of a different situation where my friend described in his D&D campaign, which I might actually get into here a bit. Yeah, I'll talk about it, why not? So what happened, in short... Hey, this is still clear. Nice. That helps me. What happened, in short, was that... So, they were playing in a campaign... I'm just trying to think what's the easiest way to get down to where I need to get to. Harpies, wretches, and shadow demons, oh my. Ugh. Cast resist disease, and I'm still getting diseased by these things. Ugh, whatever. So what happened, they were playing a campaign, my friend was actually playing, it was actually a solo game-ish. Everything, the DM had like a hireling basically following him around, making sure he didn't get into too much trouble, but he was playing a minotaur who had never been to the surface before. And so, naturally, when the DM, instead of just saying, oh, you see trees, he's like, oh yeah, you see pillars. And they're made of, it's not stone, it's softer, but it's still hard, and it's dark brown. Oh yeah, they're trees. But, you know, just that type of interesting description of, well, I'll describe things in the way that your character would describe them. Not necessarily in the way that you would describe them. Like goblins. Okay, they're kind of like deep gnomes, but they're green. They have pointy ears. It's like, oh yeah, they're obviously goblins. I don't want to open that slime trap, actually. I do not want to open that slime trap. I want to open that slime trap. I want to so bad, but I know I shouldn't. I want to just because ice dragons, and I know that since it's a dragon this deep, it could be dragon blood, but at the same time, I really don't want to just lose a good piece of equipment right away. That would not be so good. But anyway, back to the language thing that I was talking about. So my friend gets in a discussion with someone. My friend's character, his minotaur, gets in a discussion with someone else who's like kind of arrested him, but he's just asking like, okay, why are you here? Why are you wandering around? How'd you get to the surface? That type of stuff. Where'd you come from? Welcome to floor 14, by the way. Home to a lot of different things. Let me just finish the story and then I'll explore floor 14. So like where you come from, whatever. But the minotaur doesn't understand common. And the guard doesn't understand any languages the minotaur understood. And so this is where the cool part happens. Because my friend, his friend, the person who was DMing for him, knows Russian, but my friend didn't. And so to roleplay out the language difference, he was speaking Russian and my friend was speaking English, and they were trying to understand each other. And so it was really cool because they had to like try to use like sign language and stuff to point out like, okay, what are we doing? Because the minotaur wanted to know what the sun was, what this big ball of light was that's super bright and hurts his eyes. And the guard wanted to know, okay, where'd you come from? Is it a cave? Is it a labyrinth? The Underdark? Where'd you come from? And so they had an interesting discussion of them trying to use these different things, and eventually finding out what the other was talking about, but two, my friend actually learned a couple words in Russian because of this. And so that was really kind of cool, actually. Anyway, welcome to floor 14. This is A floor I've only ever seen in maps, so I know its rough layout and I know where I want to go. But I don't exactly know how I'm going to get there. I'm not looking at a map actively right now. I've seen maps before. And so I know it has a really cool design. Like, you have 4 different, like, areas in each corner. That's, like, they're kind of symmetrical. Like, they have, like, this one and this one are identical, and this one and this one are identical. And they have slight differences between them. But they're all, like, wrapping around. But they all have, like, teleporters. And what I thought was going to be really cool. It was like, oh, the teleporters are linked. And I looked up the teleporters thing, and I'm like, no, they're all random teleporters. How could you mess up that type of... It's like, it would have been really cool, like, trial zone to have all these things linked. But no, you just had them all be random teleporters. Except for one where the teleporters are instead replaced by quicksand tiles, to, I guess, denote a cave-in or something. Oh, dragon turtles. Ooh, fun. Whoa, what the heck? That could have been bad. That thing breathes for 300. I want to go in there for another round, but I don't want to immediately die. Wait a second. Why do I not have fire res? That's part of the problem. I didn't have fire resistance. So I unequipped my medallion somehow. So that's part of the problem. Another part of the problem is I'm just insane. Electric field should be useful. Okay. Okay, there's a hammer. Found a hammer. That was terrifying, actually. Let's slowly cast a couple of these minor heals because that was really bad. Yeah, I don't know how I managed to unequip that medallion, but that's a really important thing to have equipped because yeah, fire resistance is kind of important to Covant. Okay. I can zap these things. Yeah, maybe I can't zap these things quite as easily as I had hoped. I have 6 charges left on my static sash. Ooh, that is a potion. I wonder what's gonna come out of that. Oh shoot, I know where this leads. I shouldn't be walking down here. This is the floor 15. I shouldn't be going this way. I shouldn't be going that way. That way leads to certain doom. I do not feel comfortable exploring floor 13. Especially when a single encounter on 14 almost destroyed me in 2 rounds. It's a teleporter. I'm not going to open that. I am playing a lot more carefully now than I used to. Than I usually would. Because I'm exploring a brand new floor and I'm scared. I am scared of what I might find. I'm actually terrified of what I might find. Poison gas. Well, amulet. Okay, probably a Lemurian amulet. Or maybe not. Lemurian amulets are actually really good. It's probably not that. Lemurian soldiers? Okay. Yeah, these things hit hard and have a lot of hit points. That's kind of dangerous. Well, I'm hitting quite hard compared to what I used to hit for, so that's good. Well, that was not so good. Okay, let's fight through this first guy and then charm the rest. Yep. My Ring of Entrapment is actually starting to fail a little bit. These things have a lot of hits. lot of hits to them. But that's fine. Lemurian soldiers are good companions. They're stocky fighters. They can help me. They can fight with me. Everything is okay. Okay, now let's see where we're going. Withering trap, disease spores. Okay. That's a weird little triangle, like T-shape section. I'm just mapping out this lake because I can. Lemurian guards offered to join. Well, I am going to save those for later when my... Okay, those are Mengu ogres. Okay. That appears to be a giant dead end. I will take those Lemurian guards up on their offer, or at least that one that wanted to join. When I have the free companion space to accept it, because these Lemurian soldiers are actually not instantly dying, which is good. That is a dagger. I hope it's a good dagger. Oh shoot, I'm out of spell points now. Sphere of Harm? That is not very effective anymore. I doubt that this... No, it does decent damage. It's enough. At this point I should really be using my scroll of spells that I have 14 charges on. Possibly using... Hey, a rod. That's the Lemurian Shock Lance. Like, I just know for a fact that's a Lemurian Shock Lance, because that's the only type of rod that I'll be able to find that I can't immediately identify. Fate. Fate, fate, fate. What was that? Not good on hit points, but good for spells, so... Let's get a few of those hit points back. I really should have come in here with more than a handful of... With more healing items than none. How about that, shall I say? Okay, Lemurians and Outcasts. That is actually not that hard of a fight. I can down it with a single paralyzing death. 2 scouts, that's fine. I think it was good that I captured the soldiers, because these things are beefy fighters. Another amulet. Huh. I'm getting a lot of these. And by a lot, I mean 2, but considering my previous track record, that's not too bad, actually. All these Lemurians just... They have so many hit points. I am not efficiently taking them down in melee combat. Maybe this is where I should start preferring harder hitting weapons, because apparently my Vampire Fang is not doing great. Hitting for 69 for 101. I'm taking like 4 or 5 rounds to beat things down. This is where it really shows that I rely on spells to get the job done. As an elf, as a size small elf with not good strength. Especially when all my best gauntlets keep getting destroyed by slime traps. Okay, these are the guards that wanted to join. Whoa, that one zapped me. Oh shoot, no. No, 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 no. Let's cast a few heal spells. We can go a little bit more. I just want to, like, map this out a little bit more. What happens if I do that? Oh, that is actually a fairly effective spell. Outcasts are not nearly as strong as the full-on Lemurians. And the guard... Oh, the guard's still around. It's just another thing that just left. Is there not an entrance to this? I want to go there. Oh, here it is. I couldn't remember where the entrance was, but I was pretty sure there was an entrance. I don't know if this entrance actually leads me to where I wanted to go, but... the place I want to get to is indeed this direction. It's the lair of the Dragon King. King of Dragons. Who is scripted to drop dragon's blood. So more often than... So it's one of his, like, special drops that he has hard-coded, not just potion type, but specifically dragon's blood. Now, if I can remember how to get there from the map that I vaguely looked at, I think it's that square right there. But I am not warping myself in, because I will immediately die. Speaking of immediately die, I'll be able to get to the entrance, but I will not be able to go in. Like, this is just... I'm out of spell points, I am... Let's just go home. Let's just go home right now. We can explore more of 14... later, when we're not about to die a horrible, horrible death. Wait a second, that was the slime trap I was scared of. Why did I do that? That's the way I lost my gauntlets of slaying. Exactly that. Doing exactly that was how I lost my gauntlets of slaying, and that was not good. Oh, this Lemurian guard's so awesome, because he has an electrifying attack. Oh, whatever. Don't need to cast anything anyway. Oh, that is so good. He hits, he electrifies. This is a... Oh, and he's gone. He left. I was gonna say, he's a great companion, and then he just abandons me. Why? Okay. Not to worry, everything's gonna be okay. I can just maneuver through... Hey, it's that Asteriax that I left here because he didn't have a chest. Maybe I should kill that guy one of these days. I don't know. Asteriaxes have like 1,000 hit points, and they are... I think they're neutral by nature, I forget. Screw it, I only have 2 uses on this sash left. It's time to replace it. Just blow through them. And the Sphere of Harm is not very effective at all. Let's blow through that too. Like, I could seriously just have a flat-out better item in my 5 slots. Better spellcasting tool. A better panic button. I don't, but I could. And that's what I should replace that sphere with on my return trip. Because I will return. This episode I will return. I will hunt down that Dragon King. I will probably die instantly as soon as I walk into his lair, but I will hunt him down. Am I getting too big for my britches? I might be. But I'm here on 14. I explored like the entire lake. I feel like I have a shot. Sure, that dragon turtle almost murdered me, but that's only because my medallion of dragons somehow became unequipped. That's not my fault. Okay, it directly is my fault, but it's not my fault, you know? I'm just casting a resistance spell, and suddenly, boom, I don't have fire resistance anymore. It's not intentional. It just kind of is, and I think I navigated correctly. Yes, I did. Good. I've done this walk in speed mode so many times. My muscle memory has it pretty darn well. I hope that 14 isn't a really fast spawning floor. Part of me hopes it kind of is fast, but most of me hopes that it's not very fast, so that way I can come back home replenish my spell points and hits and everything, and then go back. Let's beat these things up as we go back. Yeah, so I'm hopeful that things go well. Anyway, yeah, that was my friend's interesting D&D story, and it related to mine because the communication between blink dogs and whatnot was kind of weird. Anyway, in my own... cough cough, sorry. In my own D&D campaign, I've been playing my wonderful Death Drop Dungeon. And it's been quite something, so here's an interesting story. My players are weird. Ooh, Tengu. Rip Tengu. Yeah, here's an interesting story. My players are weird. So I guess I should have expected it, but I introduced them at the start of the session to a room. It was a library, and it had a permanent silence effect, which means that as long as they were inside that room, there was no sound. You may think, okay, that's kind of cool. Freaking Gem of Healing. I really hope I have loose Gems of Healing, because I don't want to have to turn in the massive one that I have stored up. Okay. Let me sell my stuff, and then we can worry about that. A dagger that is worth this much is a saber blade. Okay. Amulet. Medallion of Dragons. So many medallions of dragons. Medallion. Yep, that's the Lemurian Shock Lance. Ooh, it actually had extra uses on it. That's cool. Sadly, I don't think it's that useful. I'm not going to be dealing enough damage. You want to know what this is? It's Elven Wine. It reduces your dexterity by 2, and it's the only other potion that you find this low. It's... You find either... Dragon Turtle didn't drop a useful hammer at all. It's like an adamantite hammer or a dwarven hammer or something. So... You see 3 potions. Elixirs of Fate, which cast Fate, like the Fate Traps, which is pretty helpful. Dragon's Blood, which reduces your age by 10 years for free, which is insanely good. And Elven Wine, which reduces your dexterity by 2. And you can only identify all of them up to the maximum of potion. I believe this is to prevent people from just not identifying stuff and just drinking it immediately. This is to punish people who get desperate, who find a potion and just drink it because they really hope it's an elixir of fate. But no, it's Elven Wine. Yeah. That's an interesting little thing that they actually thought about. Let's bring along that Dust of Healing, why not? Bring along that Scroll of Spells, why not? What's the worst that could happen? It gets stolen from me? Gets destroyed by a slime trap? Yeah, whatever. Resist cold, mental resist, resist disease, resist poison. And I have all my resistances. Cool. Don't think I have any companions with me, do I? Nope, no such companions exist. Let's get back down to 14, shall we? Let's have a fun time. Oh shoot, why did I take 2 steps forward? Should have only taken 1. I'm already getting ahead of myself and making mistakes. This is gonna be a great trip. Oh, also, looks like I forgot to replace my static sash. That was a mistake. That was a big mistake. And I also forgot to get out a better blasting item. I have a Cube of Frost. Cube of Freezing. In my bank right now. Why did I not grab it? Whatever. Anyway, back to my D&D campaign. So I have this library where everything's silent, so sure. My rogue goes around, pokes around some of the books. My paladin ranger, that's what he is, pokes around the books. Everything seems fine, right? Everything's cool, everything's fun. Except for my wild mage rogue and my barbarian decide the libraries are boring and leave. They explore a teleporter room, which, much inspired by this game, is kind of one of those rooms most similar to floor, I believe, 7. Let me fight this guy first, and then I can show you. 10, 9, 8, 7. Yes, kind of. So it's most similar to just how this teleporter is set up, because this will take you... Actually, no, I guess these are random. Is there one on 6? Not really. I guess it's most similar to like a rotator room from this game, because... Load properly, please. No, too far. What's happening? Why does this game hate me? Why does this map take a million years to load? It's most similar, I guess, to a rotator room. But what happens is that there are 4 doors. They instantly close on themselves. You have to like lift them up from the bottom and then they'll fall closed. Whenever all 4 doors in both rooms are closed, like the moment that all 4 doors in both rooms are closed, the contents of the room will change. Will swap. So, yeah. That was a thing that my barbarian and wild mage discovered. Kind of. I don't know if they fully realized it or not. They didn't realize there was only 2 settings until I showed it to them. I could have had 3, but between you and me, it took me... I had to rack my brain really hard just to figure out enough rooms to fill 2 floors of a dungeon, let alone 3 or more. But anyway, so they were nice and entertained with that. And yeah, discovered some interesting things. So now, oh yeah, they actually nailed one door open, so that way they could pass through it unimpeded, and the teleporting stopped for both sides. So now I have my wild mage and my barbarian, the 2 chaotic, just do whatever we feel like characters, who are always up to no good, as well as like who are apart from the rogue, like the full rogue, who is actually kind of dedicated to the mission and whatnot type personality. Teleporter! No. Oh well, at least it teleported me just back here. Yeah, separated from her, and then the paladin ranger, who is like kind of the driving force, the voice of reason. So basically the 2 voices of reason are separated from the voices of the beings of chaos, as it were. And so that is interesting, kind of having to go back and forth and do their own interactions with each other. Right now I have a maze that the rogue and paladin are stuck in, and now the paladin has gotten in his head that he really wants into a specific room in the maze. Don't anyone tell him that that's a really bad idea, except for I told him that's a really bad idea, and that only made him want to go into it more. Oh well. More power to him, I guess. Just cure that disease. So, if I'm right, the door ahead of me is the lair of the Dragon King. Let's explore. Oh no, just sun dragons. Not the Dragon King, just sun dragons. I think maybe the Dragon King was down on the bottom floor? Maybe this one was only sun dragons. Yeah, that makes sense that this one's only sun dragons and the Dragon King would be on the bottom floor. Either that or I have absolutely no memory of anything. I think that that's probably all I can really explore. Right there. Do you want to poke your head into floor 15? I don't want to poke my head into floor 15, except I kind of do. I have all my healing items. And spells. Well, time to make the worst possible decision. That is not bad at all. Okay. Well, while I'm doing this, I can discuss what's going on. In my D&D campaign, yeah. So I have one group of one pair who is now in a maze, and they've gotten thoroughly lost. They don't really know where they're going. They know that they can brute force the maze because I haven't, like, stopped them with any traps or anything. But they do also know that it's... Excuse me. They do also know that something's in the maze. Because Roll20 is stupid sometimes and showed them things through walls that they shouldn't have been able to see. But they did. And hey, I've discovered floor 15. Everything's fine, right? Everything's Gucci. Everything's Deathstalker. A lethal hit. Does that mean he's backstabbing me? What a crit? What a sever? What was that? Anyway, if you're thinking that all of these things look the same in the top left, you are correct. Because this is a... Whoa! Holy crap. I forgot. Teleporters. Where am I? Okay. Time for this again. If I can at least figure out where I am, I'll be able to use displacement to get home. But my goodness, am I a bit nervous about being on 15. If you can't tell, I've never been to the bottom of the dungeon before, and this is scaring me. Oh, that's not far at all. I can make it back, that's fine. Except for I'm pretty sure this is most definitively not fine. And I'm expecting to die at any point in time. Guardsmen, life shifters and displacers. Well, kill that thing. They're electrocuting me. Let's not have that. I'm getting something in my nose right now. That's not fun at all. Well, this is fine. Everything's fine right now. I am low on spell points, but I have enough for a panic button, so... It's fine! Anti-magic area! Everything's fine. Everything's terrible, actually. Get me the heck out of here. Please tell me this is an actual dead end. Please tell me this room didn't just dead end on me. Fine, shadow wolves are not an issue. I can kill them. They're like floor 8 enemies. Floor 10 enemies. I'm just lost. Ooh, okay. Made it out. Found an exit. And there's nothing here. So I came to this room. Okay, that's a rotator. Which means if I move around this way, I know where another rotator and another teleporter are. I just need to make sure I don't run into them. I believe that is... if I were to be able to detect it. Another... rotator or teleporter. Oh, anti-magic area! That's wonderful! I wasted a freaking scroll of spells for an anti-magic area. Oh, screw you, game. Okay, fine. What gives? What's up? I forget, is this entire corner anti-magic? It might be. Cube. Anti-magic. Anti-magic. Oh, that's just a pit. Okay. That's fine. And then there's the rotator. Okay. So what I thought was a teleporter was just a corner of hallway with anti-magic and... a pit. Okay. Good to know. Night Screamers, what are you? Dare I ask? You are not dying, are you? Okay, it's not hit me yet. Hopefully it doesn't. Backstabbed. Good. Good. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. Let us heal a bit. Oh man, this Dust of Healing is basically like casting Minor Heal. I cast Heal at such a low level. Not barely useful at all. Okay, this is fine. I'm just panicking because I'm on floor 15 and I really shouldn't be on floor 15. Banshee. Okay, I know how to kill these things. These things are not bad. Why am I worried? I haven't seen a single thing to be worried about except for assassins, which die quickly. They scare me by their name, but they're not really all that terrible. The Murian Scouts. Oh, I found a lake. I found the lake. I know what's here, and that's a bad thing I did. That is a very bad thing I did. Mages, Illusion Masters, die please. Die now. Okay. Stick to a wall. That will... No, wait, this is bad. This is actually bad. Bad is what this is. Okay, I know where I am. I just don't know what direction I'm facing, and that's bad. I vaguely remember where I am because of... Oh, there's a rotator ahead of me. That's not fun at all. No wonder I'm getting lost. Guards, no thank you, guards. I'm fine. I'm rather fine. I've lost my sense of direction. No freaking kidding. You don't say. Let's just bring these guys on our side right now. You know, Ring of Entrapment, do your thing. These Lemurian soldiers seem a bit helpful. Okay, what are these things doing here? Why are you in the water? Get out of the water. You're worrying me. I'm lost. I am so lost right now. Well, it's a good thing I have scrolls with spells, because I'm lost. Okay, oh boy. If I follow a wall, one might assume that I might not get lost. Hey, wait! Wait a second. That was a chest. I found myself. Cool. I was like, that is a chest that was not trapped, but appeared to have been trapped, so that's how I was able to identify that as the place that I hit the teleporter trap. And succinctly got thrown out to the wolves. Cool, let's just acid spray these guys, that's fine. Okay, how much more should I be exploring? The answer is I should have stopped a long time ago. I'm digging far too greedily and too deeply. I am going to not even be able to get back. Okay, that is mean. Right in front of the lake entrance, there's just a rotator. Okay, okay. What can I... First things first. Let's heal up a bit. And this thing, I believe, a paralyzing death is in order. Good. Spectral dragons dealt with. Lemurians dealt with. A Lemurian mage. Oh, that's worrisome. Get me out of here. Get me the heck out of here. Okay. I know what's beyond that door, and I want no part of it. By door, I mean there's a secret door right there. And I know I shouldn't be here. But I'm here! So let's charge through like the idiots we are. Acid spray still dealing decent, reasonable damage. I am now pinned. I really shouldn't be here right now. Screw charm of opening. I have dust of opening. Screw that teleporter. I came down here. I unlocked the chest. I'm opening it. Gosh dang it. I am exploring this area. If it's the last thing I do, because I've explored it all now. This lake is actually very experience rich and not quite as terrifying as I'd thought. It's freaking terrifying, don't get me wrong, but okay, found myself. That's a rotator. Don't need to worry about that anymore. Charm of opening, it was on 7. Not trapped. Okay, that is a sword. Hopefully that is a good sword, because I fought some freaking high-level Lemurians to get it. I guess those are just outcasts. I can just acid spray those down and then deal with the Lemurians myself. Yeah, that's not bad. That is not bad. I really shouldn't be exploring here, but I'm only exploring this lake because I can, dang it! Because I want to explore it. Get me out of here. Out of, get me here now. Okay, you know what? It's safer to just keep calm and do this. Yeah, floor 15, kind of a death trap. All these teleporters everywhere. But I've proven that, at least with the stats I have now, I'm able to take it on. Able to survive. That is odd, to say the least. Okay. Well, because I don't really want to do anything bad, and I want to get out of here, let's move 4 to the left, and 0 up. Yes, wonderful. And now let's get the heck out of here. Oh, everything's respawning. This is bad. Everything's respawning. This is not good times. No dragon turtles, no dragon turtles, no dragon turtles. No dragon turtles. I just jumped into that teleporter because I figured anywhere was better than where I was at. That is not strictly a good answer. That is not strictly true, but it's a decision I made and I'm forced to stick to it now. But it's okay. I know these levels. I have them completely mapped out. I'm fine. This has been fun. You know, this has been really fun. Just exploring way deeper than I have any right to be, panicking, losing my head, losing my absolute mind. Keeping calm, finding myself, being able to get to where I need to be. And now I know I've made some mistakes. Namely, okay, recharge my static sash, get out a better blasting item, keep better healing than freaking dust on me. One step too far. Kill those Milsei because I can. These things aren't even scary anymore. Forget that. Just take the shortest route. Just get home. One step too far. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. I'm back to 4. I'm back to floor 4. Where everyone knows my name and everything is alright. Where the world makes sense. Isn't full of teleporters and enemies that can hit for over 100, and you know, I did surprisingly well, considering that I'd never even been to 14, really, and I just jumped straight to 15. Are you really? Questmaster. Questmaster, are you really going to make me do this? I just explored freaking floor 15, and you're going to make me come back with a gem of healing? Boots of evading. You want those too, do ya? Do you want a kidney? Okay, boots of evading. They're cheap. It's not bad. Let's just buy some. Don't care. Step into the dungeon, kill a bug. Come back. Turn these... That's one thing that I hate about leveling fighter type classes. The quest ratio is insane. But anyway, before we go, let's check out this loot we got. There is not much loot here. A Sphere of Doom. Casts Flickering Doom. Doesn't matter to me. A Cube of Domination. Cast Domination. That's a crappy spell. Leather Armor. Doesn't matter. That doesn't matter either. Okay, now the good stuff. The sword. Just a sword of slaying. And the ring is Lemurian Ring. went all the way down to floor 15, and what do we have to show for it? A grand total of not all that much, Chief. Not all that much. I think next time, so maybe not. I'm gonna be doing more grinding on 14 and 15, exploring those maps, getting stuff ready. I feel like next time that I do something big, I want to do a run through of all layered boss monsters, like unique layered monsters, where I'll just run through, pop into every unique layer monster, kill them all, even the ones that can randomly spawn outside but that are super rare outside. But before I can do that, I need to actually find every layered monster, and I think that would be a good idea. Good thing to keep track of. Keeping the Scroll of Spells on me was very helpful, because then my life wasn't decided by the whims of the Elixir of Fate. The whims of fate are cruel. Oh, are they cruel. But yeah. Should have grabbed this Cube of Freezing. Hailstorm at 175. Might not have been bad. In fact, let's just bring it along. A backup blasting item. Sounds useful to have, right? Well, where is that other static sash? Here's one. Let's set up my buffers. Well, that's the way the things went today. I noticed a pattern that I really should have had a lower spell cost for my things. I should be at minimum spell cost before I do that, so I only have, like, 60 or so. 70, I think. Go level 243. Oh, 246. Yeah, I only have, 67 levels to go before I hit minimum casting cost for Electric Field and Paralyzing Death. I'm probably going to do that before I try and take on any more massive hordes of Lemurians, because even Paralyzing Death wasn't good enough. I need that to be stronger, and I need it to be lower cost. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. This has been a pleasant experience. It's been almost an hour. I hope you've enjoyed my panicking and running through the dungeon. It's been fun. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. This is Mithril Zenith, signing out.